on. Come on, baby. Dude, excuses. You know what my football coach said? Excuses are like a-holes. Everybody has one. That's what he said. I can't make that up, right? So that's what
they
you
always
got.
think, and nobody wants to hear them.
I know, man. I know. Rain. It's just rain. A little bit of rain won't hurt you, bro. Come on. All right, welcome everybody to MLO Live Show. Super excited to be here as always. Super pumped. Got a great little prezi for you guys. You can just a mental prezi today. But first and foremost, man, we need a drum roll. I need a drum roll. You got a drum roll?
I got one.
You got one?
I'm gonna get over there.
Oh, Kobe's in the house. He did some epic stuff yesterday. We won't say any names, but he was calling for another database. Kobe. You called someone else's database, not your database. So people that don't know you, people that never have heard from you. You're not even in the same state. You're probably not even calling from a number that they recognize.
Nope.
How much more negative can I make this?
I don't know.
Like
they don't even like him.
Dude, they don't even like
me.
They don't even like him. All right, Kobe, tell us the numbers.
Perfect. So yesterday, I broke it over two different segments, but I did 70 calls yesterday. Had 11 answers, and on the 21st, 45th, 49th, and 54th calls, found a bank statement opportunity, a builder opportunity, and 2 refinances. So that was the stats from yesterday.
Dude, what'd you say? 30? What's that? 34%? 34% of the people.
6% of the 11 were opportunities. But I think it's even deeper than that, man. Think about what numbers you said. 21st, what was it? 21st, Kobe? 49?
20, 40, 21, 45, 49, 54.
So almost every 20 calls. So that means that if you called 19 people,
you got 0.
You got nothing. And you were like, this doesn't work. I'm not going to do it. I'm hanging up the gloves. I'm not going to box anymore.
Ooh,
right?
Not gonna.
But he hit 21 and bam, gets an opportunity. And then you got to sit back and ask yourself, how many of us get to 20 and stop?
How many of us get to 5 and stop? Right? I mean, like Kobe, if you did that again today, I bet you'd have similar numbers. That's the scary part. She probably told you to stop who you're calling for. You're like, dude, like cut it. Right? All right.
Yeah, I feel,
No, go ahead, man. You feel what?
No, I just feel like it was a huge blessing to just. I think we've talked about it multiple times, but it's just pushing through that first little bit, and then finding a way to be able to.
Go ahead, man.
Finding a way to break it up into call segments.
Yeah.
So it's not like I just sat there and only did it 70. Like I would go like 25, and then I would go do another 25 later, and then another 20. So it's not. I feel like for some people, it's not. I don't want it to sound like I just magically sat here with the dialer going for forever. I did use a dialer so I could just copy paste.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not. We don't have to just like do one session and say we're done. Because I know some people like want to just do your one call block in the morning.
Yeah.
But I feel like finding a way to spread it out. I mean, it took a lot of calls to get to all those, but we found stuff.
The Pomodoro effect is what you did, is what you're saying. The Pomodoro. Mm-hmm. It's called the Pomodoro. Yep. So you work for 25, take a break. Work for 25, take a break. Work for 25. And when you got a dialer and you're dialing, you're just doing it. You're like, it's amazing what happens. So, yeah, what's the pitch? Hey, Kobe, what's the pitch? Raymond's like, what'd you say, brother?
Hey, this is Kobe Rex. I was just calling on behalf of this other loan officers team. Number one, just wanted to say thank you to you and your family for working with us in the past. So just want to let you know, I'm sure you've been hearing a lot of movement in the market, and just wanted to see, we're seeing some debt consolidation and then also some different rate opportunities. Is there anything that we could do to help you with it better, put you in a better financial position?
That's it. Cool, man. Unbelievable. Too easy. So 4 possibilities of people that are in that reticular activator phase. That's the scary part. They were already there. Like, so you just caught them at the right time, and it's somebody that they know her. So that's the cool part about that. Yep. All right. So let's go. Let's rock through this, man. This is kind of a brain buster. Like, kind of like Krista. She's like a brain buster. She's like, she kind of pulls at your Brain strains. Is that a thing? Is that a thing, Krista?
It's a thing,
It's
apparently.
yeah, right. I just made it a thing, right? All right, slideshow from the beginning. All right, so unlocking the subconscious, the hidden keys to massive business and growth. This is so intriguing to me. That's a pretty cool lock, right? I made that last night, so I made one of those for myself. Kind of excited about that. So I know I get off in little tangents, but the subconscious explains. So did you guys know the subconscious runs 95% of your daily actions? And I'm going to fast forward to a slide that I'm not there yet. But do you know that where the subconscious takes or gets info from? You want to guess?
Our thoughts and emotions.
The conscious. So the subconscious runs 95% of your life, but it doesn't know right from wrong, okay? It takes information from your conscious of stuff that you are going through and thinking. So that's what it takes in. It doesn't know right from wrong. So whatever you put in it is what comes out. And it runs 95% of that, okay? And at the second line, it doesn't know the difference between reality and repeated thought. So if you keep thinking the rates suck, inventory sucks, realtors suck, like LOs suck, I suck, all this stuff, guess what? The subconscious is like, you're right. You nailed it. Congratulations, you win. Your beliefs about money, success, confidence, programmed through your thoughts and filters what you see and act on through the reticular activating system, which I talk about all the time. Example, ever notice your new car everywhere? As soon as you buy it, you're like, man, I didn't know every other car was my car. So how it impacts your business, fear of rejection equals fewer calls and connections. You think Kobe was scared to make calls yesterday? Here's the best part about what Kobe did. He was making calls to someone else's database. They weren't saying no to him. They weren't saying no to his offer. They were saying no to the other person. So he's like, I'm good. Like, how fun is that? And so here's the thing. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to your offer. So money blocks stop you from asking for business. Identify gaps, keep you stuck acting like the old. Imposter syndrome prevents you from showing up. You'll never outperform your subconscious identity. Isn't that scary? Think about that. So whatever you think it takes as right, yep, you're right. So awareness, so you have to be aware. Notice your thoughts and emotional triggers. Repetition, use daily affirmations and visualizations, or surround yourself with good people saying cool things and positive things. Like my person that, man, when we talk and I either a 5-minute phone call, 2-minute phone call, an hour-long lunch, Jamie Miller, dude's just like, he's like that guy. Krista is one of those people that when I call Krista, I get off the phone, I feel better. Jamie Miller, Kobe, get off the call. Devin, get off the call. I'm like, man, I'm in a better place because we're all on the same team, same place, going to the same direction. And we all have big aspirations and like we're thinking positive thoughts, putting positive, even, and if one of us is down, we always say something to try to bring us back up. Environment, surround yourself. I just kind of just said that. I'm not even reading. I'm just like going through this and I'm almost hitting it word for word. Environment, surround yourself with people who match your goals. Action, the subconscious learns through repetition with emotion. Okay. Example, flip the limiting belief. I'm not good at follow-up. How many people say that every single day? I suck at follow-up. Say, I'm becoming a master connector. I'm becoming a master follow-upper. Let's call it follow-upper. All right. Nobody buy that domain name until I get a chance. Follow-upper. Okay. Daily habits. Start the day with gratitude and intention. I know this is hard, guys. I know we go through, we all have life happening in front of us 24/7, 365. But we can let it consume us. We can let our subconscious believe that it's true, or we can start thinking different and get to the other side and start putting positive thoughts. Like, who is it? Kim's on here. She starts, I think, Kim, are you here? Yesterday, she said something about how she takes an hour and reads every day something positive and puts positive stuff into her brain. And what is she really doing? She's putting positive things into her subconscious. Speak affirmations out loud. Don't just think them. Don't just think.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Right, Kim? I mean, like what is it? Hour, 45 minutes? Hour every day. Something positive.
It is. Yeah. So 45 minutes of reading and then 15 minutes of writing about what I wrote, because it activates a different part of my brain and it makes it stick. So that's, I'm trying to program my subconscious.
Yeah.
And it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't happen with one reading of 1 hour, right? Because habits, persistent, consistent, intentional. Like I got to put positive things into my brain. Celebrate small wins to anchor the confidence. Share it. Like Steven calls me, he's like, yeah, I did it. Like we have small wins. We celebrate small wins. We celebrate them together. So pretty cool. Closing thought. When you reprogram your subconscious, the right actions become automatic. We all heard about muscle memory. So whatever you think is how the outcome's going to be. However you feel is how you're going to show up. And success becomes inevitable. So I just want to bring this to, I used to talk about this all the time about the subconscious, about how like the subconscious doesn't know right from wrong. And whatever we put in it, whatever other people put in it, whatever thoughts we get, whatever movies we watch, whatever books we read, whatever is happening to us at any moment, anytime, it's going, okay. And then 95% of it runs our life and spits out our actions, our beliefs, our emotions, our thoughts, our smiles, lack of smiles, like positivity, negativity, all that stuff. Think about that. It's crazy, right? So 100% of what you put in comes 95% out by your subconscious, and it doesn't know right from wrong. That's the big point I wanted to get out here today. Any questions on that? I'm getting pretty good at making that around a 10-minute presentation. All right, who has another win for us or a comment in regards to what I just said?
Yeah, I'll make a comment on that. Like you can program your brain to do so many things on autopilot. Just exactly what you're describing is like The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg is a book I highly recommend. And there's an example in there of a guy who lost his short-term memory. And he did the same things every morning when he woke up, or anytime, even if he took a nap. Like every time he woke up, he did the same things on autopilot. And I got curious about that, like because we all have that. We've programmed because of the things that we do repeatedly, the things we say repeatedly, the things we think repeatedly, that's our autopilot. And we can't even access that part of our brain, but we can intentionally program it to be all of the things, like what would bring a positive outcome in your life? What would bring you the life that you really want? And you could intentionally program those things. So I set out to do that. And I did the same things in the same place at the same time every day on repeat, like every morning for years in a 3-hour time block that I had every morning.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's programmed in. So then I actually was in an accident and had a traumatic brain injury and lost a lot of my short-term memory. And then bam, like I was on autopilot for the things that I did.
Muscle memories that you already programmed.
Yeah. And then I did the same thing with my business, because then I put my team and I on autopilot with like, here's what we do, here's when we do it, here's how we do it, here's what we say. And then then it frees up your brain for like decision making and creative problem solving. And you have more willpower because your brain isn't so exhausted by the end of the day from all the decisions you had to make all day.
That's a great point. Why does Zuck wear the same t-shirt all the time? Seriously, like, have you guys heard the reason behind this? One less decision he has to make. It's just like, that's what I'm wearing.
Yes.
I mean, it might be $100 t-shirt, but still,
right.
It's the same t-shirt. Like his drawer is full of the same t-shirt. Like I don't want to make a decision on what I'm going to wear. Right.
Exactly.
Like it's just done. So the less you have to do, or the more you do something, like if Kobe and so we started on our coaching calls, we started something where we're going to, you're going to love this, Devin. So we're supposed to come to the call on the coaching call to say, here's how many calls, texts, emails, conversations, and meetings that I had and referrals that I received. And I know at the end of 30 days, here's what's going to happen. They're going to be able to literally say, well, just like Kobe did, 70, 11, 5, right? He's
Four.
like 70,
Four.
so 70, 11, 4. You're going to be able to know how many calls to how many conversations to how many opportunities to how many closed deals. And then you go, all right, this is how many touches, not necessarily calls. We talked yesterday about how to have like a crazy amount of calls come in just by sending a text, but it's a voice drop, a voice, like whatever. But like if Kobe would have, like I promise you, if Kobe would have, instead of 11 calls, he would have had 22 calls. What would that look like? You know? So how do we get from 11 to 22 in the same amount of time in conversations? And so the more he does it, the better he gets, the better the scripting gets, the better the conversations get, the more he hears objections that are coming that he can go against. And it doesn't become work. It's just like part of his day, like brushing his teeth. Like he can literally wake out of bed, like somebody call me like right now, wake me out of my dead sleep and go, dude, what are the rates? And I'd be like, man, what is it just about the rates? Or did you find your home yet? Because today might not be the day. Maybe it's tomorrow. Is it the payment or the rate? Like just what's the conversation I need to have to make that person feel comfortable with me and get them talking? So does that make sense? And it's just programming. And part of the programming is what you put in, what you feed it, but then also the activities you do. And the activities you do create beliefs. And the beliefs you feed yourself, whether it's positive or negative, turn into the outcomes that happens because of your subconscious. This is deep, right? A little too deep today.
Good deep.
Good deep.
Good.
Good deep.
It is good deep. This
Yeah.
is the key to success. You're sharing
really
the
is.
keys to the kingdom with
It
everyone.
really is. Yeah. And it's tough. It's
Great
tough.
topic.
Yeah.
You
And
know, Scotty, my first coach when I got into sales, that's what he taught me was you bring about what you think about, right? You bring about what you think about, man, you know, and it was always say your positive affirmations every single day and believe in what you're saying to yourself.
Mhm.
And, you know, one thing he always talked about too is, you know, don't ever use the phrase, and I still do it, right? But, you know, how's your day? He said, because when you say, how's your day, you're inviting everybody else's problems into your world. So he said, he changes the way he says it. It's a great day, isn't it? You know, and if anybody says, how's your day? It's a great day, you know, and they're all good. They're all good days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the things that he taught us is, you know, you bring about what you think about. Well, if you think something sucks, your brain goes to what that means to you. And that's what you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you change that? Right. Like, how do you change the way that you think about something? And, you know, this is where so many people get stuck because they're like, well, I can't sell that because I don't like it.
Mhm.
Right. It doesn't make sense for me. You got to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Maybe it makes sense for them. Right.
Mhm.
So how do you look at it from a different perspective and sell the benefits to somebody that might actually need that product? Right.
Yeah. It's crazy. And remind me of the Gary V garage story after Yowanda's question. So I want to tell you that thought behind like what you think about. So Yowanda, what's up, my friend? I always love her questions. So they're kind of a little tough, so I get a little nervous.
Yeah, good morning. And I just because I've heard this a lot, and sometimes it just feels like
Blah blah blah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
does it really work? Is it really real? Like you're making the affirmation. I mean, who has done it and has seen like
Oh, me.
it
I do it
like
every day.
180
Yeah.
degree
Yeah.
transformation? Because it's not just about talking, it's
Mm-mm.
also about action. And I'm just trying to tie all those pieces together
Yeah.
and not just, you know, I don't know if I'm communicating.
Well, the talking leads to the action, Yowanda. And at the end of the day, I just want to tell you this, you know, some people do know my story. Some people don't. You know, I moved here from Kansas back in 2000 with $800 to my name and just to believe in myself. And, you know, I told myself I was going to do what I was going to do. And I came from a small town where nobody had money. I came with no college background, no education, right? And effectively, I used NLP to get to the position of where I'm at today. And I climbed the ladder every single month, every single year, because I worked hard to do it, right? But it was all about telling myself that I could. It was always about standing up every day and saying, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be this person. I'm going to become this person. And I am this person already. I am this person, right? And I just did it. Because when you program it into yourself and you believe it wholeheartedly, you become the person that you want to become. And that's how it works. 100% it works that way. Right. And I know Scott's got a similar story. I know John Brubeck, Kim Mason has a similar story because I've heard her story. Right. And that's what it's all about, is you just have to believe it when you tell yourself this, and then create that into patterns that actually get you where you actually want to be. Work harder than everybody else. Get up and push yourself on a level that other people aren't willing to do. And that's how you make big things happen. But you have to believe what you're telling yourself. You have to believe it.
Think about the show. Think about the show I do every single day, 5 days a week. I prepare for this. Why do I do it? So I stay sharp. So I stay in my moment. I keep learning. It's such a fast-paced way to learn that I'm like, if I don't do it, I don't feel like I literally end this call and go, man, okay, maybe I connected with, my goal is to connect with one person, to help one person today to take a step that they might not have taken, that I know if they take it will get them to where they want to get to, wherever that is. And maybe it's just out the front door. I don't even care. As long as I help one person today, or one person in the audience, or one person on the phone. Kobe, if you would help the one person out of 70 calls, 11 conversations, that's, even if he didn't help somebody yesterday, he had 11 conversations of letting people know who he was, reminding them of who he was, that he can help people, put people in a better financial situation. That's the beautiful part about what we get to do. And so, Craig, what you got, buddy?
Oh, this is all exciting. What's interesting, though, is that we're all running our own business.
Separately.
Your own business, no one tells you when to wake up. No one tells you when you go to pee. No one tells you when you take lunch. No one tells you how hard to work. But that job, they tell you what to do. They tell you what time to show up. They tell you how much money you're going to make or not make. So you have total freedom here.
Yeah, which is hard, which is tough sometimes.
The other thing about life, though, too, is life will give back what you put into it. There's a guy named, I'm probably too old for you guys to know this guy named Zig Ziglar. And Zig Ziglar was a funny guy. He's the guy that said the glass is not half, it's half full. That's not a stop sign. That's a go light. Little things like that. Because our life is pretty programmed in a negative environment. Think about TV and think about news. It sells it based on negative news. So we're in a society where we get really polluted with a lot of negative energy. So coming to a call like this, there might be 10 people or 200 people on the call. The people that are here are the ones that really want to go forward in life. So I applaud everyone just getting up out of bed and just being here and just going forward. Doesn't matter on this call if you're doing loans or if you're selling cars or selling pantyhose. The whole point is getting up and going forward in life.
I sell hugs, man. I'm giving you a hug right now, bro.
Big hug.
Dude, you know what stop means to me? You know what stop signs mean to me? Squeal tires on pavement, baby. Let's go. I got pulled over doing that one time. I got pulled over. He's like, "What's your hurry?" I'm like, "I'm late for the freaking Jordan game, man." What do you mean? Why am I doing that? Seriously, I got pulled over. Thank God I was going to the cop's son's house. On the radio, he heard that he knew I was there, and he let me off. So crazy stuff, man. All right. So what was the story? Oh yeah. So Gary V. So Gary V is talking to this guy. This guy hates his job. Job. He has his job. So he goes. And my daughter told me about this, and I looked it up. It's true. So this guy is on the Gary V show, and he's like, dude, here's what I hate my job. So I started going to people and tell them, hey, I'll clean out your garage. I'll get rid of whatever you want to get rid of. And literally, Gary V jumps out of his chair. You guys see this video, and he starts saying the F-bomb and holy S this and going nuts. He goes, oh my God. That is my dream job, because he loves going to garage sales, finding the diamond in the rough, finding these Beanie Babies that he can buy for 5 cents and sell them for 45 cents on eBay. Like he literally says that is such a magical, because you're not providing a huge service for somebody. You're getting all these nuggets of stuff that people don't want, and then you're making money doing it, and you have no boss. You're just you're literally. How many people would hire this guy right now? I would. I'd be like, dude, come and take my stuff, right? So pretty cool. Find what makes you happy. And I think being able to help somebody, guide somebody with financial assistance to put them in a better situation is a pretty cool place that we get to set inside in the AC or in the sun on the beach, like wherever we want to be. We can do this. It's pretty cool.
Hey, can I say something to you, Wanda?
Yeah.
And everyone else? Okay. So one thing that I did was I wrote down like what I wanted my life to be. I did 20 years. This is a long time ago, 20 plus years ago. And so if you can just get in a quiet space and give yourself some time to think about what do you really want your life to look like in 20 years? Like if anything was possible and you couldn't fail and you could wave a magic wand, what is it? And write it down then as if you're there. So today is this date. I'm in this place. I'm with these people. This is how I feel. This is, all the things. Like write it down. And I wrote that down that I am in Key West in my, and I live here half the year. And I wrote this whole vision. And this is when I was absolutely broke. Like not a dime to my name, behind on my bills, right? And I wrote that down, and then I read it every day and every morning. Like I read it every morning, and that was my North Star. And then so you start to program your brain because your subconscious is aiming for that. And then as I would set my goals or my daily activities or the things like that, it was in alignment with what I knew I really wanted. And then 18 years later, I bought a condo in Key West, and now I live here part of the year.
I got to get down there. You're down there right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and it was so clear to me that when I met John, I brought him to Key West as quick as I could to make sure he loved it, because if he didn't love it, we weren't going to stay together. He knows that story.
It was called the Key West test.
It was called the what?
Yeah.
The Key West test.
Key West test. I love it. I love it.
If I failed,
I love it.
I was out.
Scotty,
Yeah.
can I play a quick video to Kim's point?
Yeah, you're gonna show it. Do it.
Yeah,
please.
I'm gonna share something real quick.
All right, I love
you
it.
guys might know this guy. Hold on one second. This started surfacing yesterday because it was 10 years. So
Hey,
give me one
Eileen,
second
I'll
here.
pick you up on the way. I'm coming.
All right, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna schedule upload this video 10 years in the future. So
Oh
you're gonna
shit.
see this in 2025. It's 2015 for me right now. Dude, what if I'm dead? Dude, if I'm that would be weird. That'd be so weird. Rip. That'd be really weird. But let's see. Dude, if I don't have 1 million subscribers when you see this video, my entire life has been a failure. I don't have 1 million.
Look at the
subscribers,
dude.
444 million subscribers.
But by the time you see this, I'll have finished high school, gone to college, probably be doing YouTube as a job. Hopefully, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, guys. You know where this is
Wow.
going, right? Like we know who Mr. Beast is because he's
That's
worth
Mr.
$1
Beast.
billion. That's Mr. Beast. 10 years ago.
God. Oh
By the
my
way,
God.
he did that video 10 years ago, put it on, pre-scheduled it to go off. I think it was yesterday.
Are you
So
serious?
so Kim, to your point, I just saw this yesterday, and I was thinking, man, this just goes hand in hand with your story because you've done it. Here's Mr. Beast who's done it, right?
One
Is
of
it
those
true?
guys.
We got 2 testimonials right here today. You bring about what you think about.
And here's
Yeah.
where I'm sorry, Kim, go ahead.
Oh, Ben Hardy, The Future Is Now. I think that's what it's called, The Future. Ben Hardy's book about the future you talks about that story. It's a great book.
I want to end with this. So a lot of people will think either do or not do something because of fear that they're going to disappoint someone else. I've heard this so many times. So they will put goals out there. They will want to do things. They'll never share with other people because if they share it, now it's out in the open. And you guys, I don't know. Some of my friends have heard me say, like Teresa Sprague's on here. I don't know if she's still here, but she's heard me literally come up with probably more ideas that failed than ones that succeeded. Because I'm like she had to deal with me for a long time. So I don't know if she's here. She's still here. Hey T, you teed up?
I am. How are you?
Am I lying, or have I like thrown more shit at you that probably that you were like, okay, this guy like literally never stops, and like idea that more right?
You've kept me on my toes for 15 years, Scotty. That's for sure. But when the ideas worked, they worked exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about it. You tried everything all the time.
Yeah.
So no fear of, losing something or not something succeeding.
Yeah.
We just tried something different if it didn't work.
Yeah. Just let go. Cause like once you say it, you tell somebody, tell us as a group, say, hey, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do the next 90 days, 120 days, 6 months, 12 months, put it out there so we can hold you accountable. Like who can't here's the other thing that I really, really can't stress enough. If somebody, we used to do these whiteboards, and if somebody would write on there, I want to close 2 more loans a month. I'm like, okay, that's 24 loans a year, whatever. And like, or whatever the amount of loans they want to close. I'm like, that's it. So people set goals for where they feel they can achieve them. And then they do certain things to get there. What if you like, for example, when I was first in the business, I wanted to close 10 loans so bad. And I was like 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 7, 8, 9, 7. I'm like, man, what is wrong with me? I changed my number. I went, all right, I want to close 15. I blew past 10 because I have to do different things. And it was all mental. I was doing things to accomplish a goal that I would never hit until I pushed the goal above and beyond what I thought I could hit. Does that make sense? It's just, and this is all programming the subconscious going, all right, can I do the same things at these numbers? Can I double my numbers, triple them? Can you double your numbers, do the same things? Maybe, gonna work more. Can I triple them? Can I quadruple them? Can I 5 times them, 10 times them? Can I do 100 million in the next 12 months doing the same things I'm doing right now? That's questions you need, like start programming that. Okay, and so here's where I'll end. If I say I want to do 100 million in the next 12 months and I only hit 20 million, did I fail? That's the thing that I think we all have a hard time with. Like, man, I don't want to tell everybody I want to do 100 because if I fail, then I'm a failure. Does that make sense? You didn't fail. You just have to change your target, change your activity, change your mindset, change your actions, change the people you hang around. Just like little bitty changes here and there. That makes sense? It's a big deal. So, Craig.
Tommy Hopkins. Some of you guys know him. Tommy Hopkins has a statement, something about failure. How many times, it isn't about the times you failed, it's about the times you get up and